Hello everybody, I am John Mutzer and this is my friend Steve, and about a week ago I was home. I had attended a church men's meeting a little bit earlier that evening. Then about 9:30 at night I got a text from my friend Steve. He's one of the leaders of our church, and it was the kind of text I had never planned to receive before, and it was a rather scary one. Steve, what happened last week?
At the moment I texted you, I was actually on the floor in my bedroom with my family because there was a man outside of my house with a gun.
Wow.
So to back up, it was about 9:30 on a Tuesday evening, and I had just put the kids to bed and was about to. I actually got into bed myself and was just laying down when I heard a frantic pounding on our door. So I jumped out of bed because it seemed very abnormal, like something's wrong, pounding on the door. So I bolted out of bed, ran up to the door. I didn't go right directly to the door, but I got up close and I looked through our window, and our porch light is on, so I could see somebody out there, but he had his back to me, and I didn't recognize him or who it was, so I just kind of stood at a distance. But as he moved around, all of a sudden I seen that he had a revolver pistol in his hand, and I could kind of see in the distance that there was some commotion out, or even somebody else out in the cul-de-sac, and he was kind of pointing at them, and he was yelling something like "Get down" or "Get back," and I thought, "Holy cow, this guy has a gun." So I immediately ran back to the bedroom where my wife and younger son were, and told my wife, "Hey, call 911," and told my son to get on the ground. And then I stepped out, and I had two more kids in another room, and they were awakened by the commotion. So I told them to get on the floor, and then I kind of creeped back out to my front, back out into my living room towards my door to see if I could see anything else going on. And I seen the man there, and I seen him kind of took off running around to the right of my house, and then so then it sounded like he was bolting around
Headed to the backside of your home.
Headed to the backside of my home. So I ran towards the back door, made sure the back door was closed and locked, and then I motioned to my two daughters to get into our room, so we were all together, and told them to get down on the floor. And then so then I went into the room with them.
So let me get this. So late at night, there's a man you don't know.
No idea.
He clearly has a gun. He's at your front porch, and now he's toward the back of your house, and your family's inside, probably in bed.
Yeah. So at that point, I had the kids on the floor. My wife was on the phone, and she was trying to describe to them what was going on.
She called 911.
Yeah, she called 911. So then she handed me the phone because I had seen him, of course. And so at that point, I described everything I could to 911 of what was happening.
Wow.
And so, yeah, at that point, she informed me that a police officer was on the way. She asked me about our family, what we were doing. And I told them I had my wife and kids were on the floor. I was on the floor at that point. And then...
Well, you had quite a presence of mind to get your family away from the doors and on the floor.
Yeah.
Great advice.
It just felt like, it just happened so fast. It just felt like for some reason, I just told everybody to get down. It's like you see it in movies, I guess, when gunfire happens, right? You just, let's drop and get to the floor, the lowest point, I was worried, that if his gun went off, we'd be hit,
This is not something that happens every day.
No.
And we live our lives not expecting to need police officers. We take care of ourselves. We live in a safe community. Yeah. And suddenly, out of the blue, you need the cops.
Yeah. So it was, like I said, I was on the phone with 911. She informed me that a police officer, at that point, she said, well, there's now one at your house, and there's two more. There's backup coming. So then she continued just to ask about our safety and stuff, and made sure I was comfortable. And when I got off the phone with her, she said the other two had arrived. So
the first one got there right away.
Yeah.
And the other two showed up pretty quickly.
It was quick.
Wow.
they arrived really quick, and then she told me that just to stay put, and one of them would come to the door when it was safe. So I got off the phone with her, and then that's when I started. I text you and the men's group to ask for prayer and let you guys know what was happening. But at that point, there wasn't much we could do, but just sit there and we were pretty scared, especially my little kids were. My one daughter was actually shaking really, really frantically in my arms, and so for us in that point, all we could do was rely on the Ferndale Police Department and sheriffs or whoever was.
Sheriff's Department, I stepped outside because you are nearby neighbor, and I stayed my distance, but you had the Sheriff's Department there too, so. My goodness gracious. Anything you want to say to the cops on this little video?
I would like to say thank you. I would, on behalf of our family, we really appreciate the timely manner they got there, and the whole situation, how it was handled. Nobody was hurt. The man apparently was discombobulated or
disorientated,
had something going on. But they, from what I found out later, they were able to talk him into dropping his weapon and coming out and surrendering. So
no shots fired.
No shots.
Nobody hurt. Your family's okay. A little shaken up.
Yeah.
There you go.
But very grateful. We're very thankful. I lived in Ferndale and always felt safe here. Still continue to feel safe. Because of the police department.
This is an outlier, but they're here, and I don't know about you, but every night I think about it. I really do. That there are 2 or 3 officers driving through the neighborhoods so that I can sleep safely with my family. And we have a safe city. Statistics show that Ferndale is a very safe city. And nonetheless, we want to support our cops, and we appreciate what they do.
Yeah. So I would just like to say thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve, for sharing your story.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And thank you for listening.